a very warm welcome to the Green Talents Award ceremony of the Virtual Science Forum, also from my part. My name is Andrea Thilo, and I'm really delighted to be your host during the next 90 minutes. What have we experienced in the last 10 days? Incredible, groundbreaking discussion, so much innovation, so much collective spirit. And now we are celebrating 25 of the most outstanding high potentials in the research field here today from our stage at the German Federal Ministry of Education and Research, really at the heart of Berlin, located at the Berlin main train station. And you all know it. It has been much more crowded before March 2020. And therefore, I'm really thankful, and I think with all of you, that we are now connected here digitally, that the BMBF made it possible to connect digitally during the last 10 days in order to drive research and global innovation further. It has happened under the patronage of Minister Anja Karliczek. And now with this year's forum, it's incredible. We sum up to 282 talents from 72 countries, saying that this year's talents are already part of this great network. Science is the what, the how, and the why of everything in our experience. That was said by the biologist Rachel Carson. And maybe this sentence has become maybe a new or maybe a deeper meaning since the outbreak of COVID-19. Saying that, I'm now very honored and very happy to hand over this stage to the Parliamentary State Secretary to the Federal Minister of Ministry of Education and Research, Dr. Michael Meister. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Ms. Thiel. Good morning, everybody, everywhere in the world. Esteemed embassy representatives, distinguished partners of the Green Talent Network, Green Talents and Green Talent alumni, ladies and gentlemen. I am delighted to welcome you from the Federal Ministry of Education and Research in Berlin for the presentation of the Green Talent Awards. Today, we honor the winners of 2020. The year 2020 has been a year like no other. The situation around the globe is hard and unusual, and it poses a special challenge to the Green Talents competition and the Science Forum. But because the competition is so important to us, we decided to move it into virtual space in a completely new format this year. So here we are with locations in 22 countries around the world coming together to be part of the awards ceremony. Some of you are drinking your morning cup of coffee. Others are perhaps waiting for lunch, and for some of you, it's the middle of the night. I would like to make special mention that for the first time, there are winners from Benin, Japan, and Malawi this year. So nice of you all to be here. You made it. Thanks to your excellent contributions. You are the Green Talents of 2020. Congratulations. The 17 Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations, the SDGs, are the heart of this year's competition. The SDGs are the blueprint of how to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all. They call upon all of us to create conditions for a good life for people everywhere in the world and to protect our planet and environment at the same time. We all want more sustainability, but how do we get about achieving it? Because the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, if you take a closer look, also conflict with one another. How can prosperity for all be realized while prospecting the climate at the same time? How can consumption and production become more sustainable? And how can there be economic growth in parallel? We urgently need answers to the questions which emerge at the fault lines of the SDGs. And this is where we need new, original ideas from you. We need them because the German federal government aims to take decided action on the SDGs. Germany is a member of the high-level support group, which has pledged to ensure fast and ambitious implementation of the Agenda 2030. Back in January 2017, Germany adopted its own rigorous sustainability strategy based on the SDGs. The Research for Sustainable Development framework program of my ministry plays a key role in the German Sustainable Development Strategy. But we must be realistic. Considering the scale of the global challenges, the efforts made by a single country are not enough. Large-scale tasks call for us to pool competences. And this competition helps to do just that. Green Talents is a way to support you and your research on the one hand, and to make young, dedicated ambassadors of the global sustainability out of you on the other. Strong networks are expected to result, networks that take on the complex challenges of our time using sound scientific facts, networks that do not stop at the border of individual disciplines or countries. I find it remarkable that despite the pandemic and the many everyday concerns related to it, more than 500 young scientists entered this year's competition with excellent contributions and outstanding ideas from global sustainability research. Your involvement is proof that even under adverse conditions, sustainability issues are a matter of concern for people. The economic slump ushered in by the COVID-19 pandemic saved our planet CO2 emissions for a short time, in some respects. But it also made many people worry and hardships even worse. We now all face the same challenges, and that is, how do we restart the economy in our countries? How can we take account of sustainability in this process? And how can the measures taken work to achieve the SDGs? Clearly, the answers will and must be different in every country. However, it is important that climate change and the continued loss of biodiversity are reflected in the action that is adopted. It's important to do the right thing. The German government's response to the economic downturn resulting from the pandemic is an economic stimulus and future package worth 130 billion euros, which was agreed in June this year. Not only this package intended to help the economy back on its feet, it also, in line with the European Union's Green Deal, is clearly oriented towards the sustainable development goals and invest in future technologies. 40 billion euros of that package alone is earmarked for climate action and investments in climate technologies. Germany's activities in this context include expanding renewable energy, promoting e-mobility, and laying the groundwork for the use of green hydrogen. Again, it is clear, despite the crisis, the protection of our Earth and the fight against climate change are no less important. What is more, sustainable development in all its aspects, ecological, economic, or social, offers ideal chances to overcome this crisis and to be able to better tackle future challenges. This crisis can also be seen as a chance. To overcome this crisis, thought means we must step out of our comfort zone and rethink our everyday life. That's why we need creative, smart solutions for the future, so we can truly strike out on new paths sustainably. Each and every one of you, through your research, commitment, and knowledge, play an important part in this. And that's why I am glad that you will be getting to know Germany and our research environment when you come here for your research stay. I hope that it comes soon, this possibility. When you come to deepen your knowledge, to generate new research results, and to make personal contacts. So once again, my heartfelt congratulations to you and the best of luck in the future endeavors. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you so very much, Dr. Meister, for your inspiring and for your very thoughtful words in this time. And now we are hopefully connected with all our 25 awardees around the globe in 11 time zones on their screens at the screens in China, India, Thailand, Japan, Indonesia, Malaysia, Ghana, Nigeria, Benin, Malawi, Colombia, Cuba, Canada, Israel, Egypt, US, Pakistan, Brazil, Spain, Serbia, Australia, and the Netherlands. Each one of them brought an item, we asked them to do so, which is relevant for them, which reflects their culture or their country. And let's see now what we have. I see a very colorful picture in front of me. Can you put what you have in front of your computer, in front of your screen? What do we have there? Raptors, what is that? I go a bit closer to see you. Curtis, what is that? Raptors, can you explain?
Yeah, I didn't bring much with me to Australia when I moved here, only a suitcase, but this is a Toronto Raptors basketball jersey, which I think is a new generational thing happening in Canada, a new sport emerging.
Fantastic. I go further to Laura. What is that? Is that for cooking? Or what is that, Laura?
Yeah, it is. This is a chestnut pan, and it's to cook them in the fireplace. It's a traditional thing in Spain, and it is celebrated now in October. So if you have the opportunity, let's celebrate the end of the summer and the beginning of winter all together.
It's fantastic. Thank you very much. Paramita, what do we see? Is there that's a flag and something on top?
Yes, so this is the flag of India, where I am from, and this is the logo of my academic institute, Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, which writes in Sanskrit that Jnanam Paramadhyam, that means knowledge is the supreme goal, and this is the logo of my current company, Corteva Agri-Sciences.
Fantastic. Paramita, thank you so much. We stay in India. Nidhi, what did you bring? The beautiful man in the white coat. Who is that?
So this is the picture of Pandit Madan Mohan Malvi, the founder of Banaras Hindu University, referred to as the largest residential university of India. And he established this university by begging each penny from all over the country for its foundation to facilitate the education of the future of India. And as a student of BSc, I'm very proud.
Okay, it's not so easy to understand you. I try to translate. As far as I got, it's the founder or co-founder of the university, and he tried to grab any penny to bring really education at the very heart of Varanasi. Thank you so much. Alexandra, we go for two more. Alexandra and Amos. Alexandra, is that food?
It's maple syrup.
Maple syrup. To which county does it relate?
So I'm from Canada, and I'm from Quebec City, which is the French part of Canada, and this is where we produce the most of the maple syrups in the world. So, yeah.
Okay, enjoy maple syrup. And Emmanuel, can we hear you?
Yes.
What is that? Very last question.
So I can hear you. This is the symbol to show that I'm a warrior. My tribe in Malawi. Yeah, we use it for hunting, so it's a protective weapon. If someone does something to me, then I'm not.
Okay.
I know that I'm safe. So this is coming from Malawi.
It comes from Malawi, that's for sure. It was a symbol, you said, then we lost you audio-wise. We are really working technically hard on the sound. Thank you all very much, because we want to reconnect with you during the award ceremony. So see you back later in the frame. The Green Talents 2020 awardees have been selected by a high-ranking expert jury consisting of Professor Dr. Maja Göpel, science journalist Christiane Grefe, Professor Dr. Anna-Katharina Hornitsch, and Professor Dr. Detlef Stammer. And let me introduce to you Professor Dr. Anna-Katharina Hornitsch. She's director of the DIE, the German Development Institute, and professor for global sustainable development at the University of Bonn. She researches mainly on the social construction of knowledges, science and technology studies, and she questions how to deal with mutually reinforcing effects of environmental and climate change and social inequality. So, Professor Hornitsch, we are really looking forward collectively now to your keynote.
Dear awardees, honored State Secretary, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to be here, and I'm very honored to be able to contribute to this important award ceremony. Our world is challenged, and I think the current pandemic could not put this in front of us in a more tangible manner than it does. Our world is undergoing a number of acceleration processes since years, and they go hand in hand with boundary drawing processes, with increasing fragmentation, the planetary boundary discussion here as a symbol, basically, that reminds us of the fact how close we are to the limits of our planet. This puts us in front of the challenge of rethinking modernity and rethinking its foundational bases. One of its core foundational bases is, of course, science and technology development itself. Science and technology development has been the engine of linear growth, and it has indeed brought us to exactly where we are, very close to our planetary boundaries, but also into a state of wealth in most parts of the world, into a state of increasingly distributed wealth. And that, of course, is something that very diverse scholars in the past have again and again reminded us of, such diverse scholars as Karl Marx and Walt Whitman Rostow, who all underline science and the role of science as linear growth paradigm. And we are now in the position of having to rethink that engine of growth and basically rethink it into an engine of circular value creation. If you look at the global diversity of our research systems, of the global science system as it developed basically from the European Enlightenment period onwards, then we see a substantial diversity, and diversity not only in its funding structure, but also in its definition of what kind of topics are being researched, whether it's more basic research versus applied research, whether it's more sustainability-oriented, Agenda 2030-oriented research, or basically research remaining in the paradigm of pushing for linear growth only. And if we then compare or put next to the map of research and development funding, the map of CO2 emissions globally, we indeed get the very clear impression that there is a close correlation between research funding and where we are today, that indeed this science system has brought us to the position where we are here today in a positive and negative manner. So the science system that has developed since World War II, from little science to big science to techno-science, is now since several years asked to redefine itself into a system or into an engine of circular value creation, and to do this under the heading of sustainability science. So your contributions to this field of sustainability science that are being celebrated here today are indeed part of a very large, basically, political program of the 21st century that is hopefully contributing to us living with the challenges ahead. I would like to now look at two core challenges of this political project of redefining basically the core engine of growth or of value generation, meaning the science system. And we look at, on the one side, the overcoming of boundaries between regions. We looked already briefly in a very superficial manner at the diversity of the global science system. So we obviously have to tackle the overcoming of boundaries, of inequalities within that global science system. And we look at briefly the overcoming of disciplinary boundaries, as well as the boundaries between science and practice, as well as policy making. And we do this by looking at two different ecosystems, one marine ecosystems on the one side, as well as the research on terrestrial ecosystems within the agricultural context on the other. Now, if we move to the marine tropics and we look at output production within the science system, basically sustainability science that looks at marine and coastal ecosystems, we see, not surprisingly, on the one side, a strong bias on single discipline articles in natural sciences. Much less has been produced at the interface between natural and social science expertise. And we also see that European, North American, and Australian first authors basically take on the front positions. In publishing, and I should say it's here English language publishing, which of course is a limited database, but English is by now the global language of scientific production. If we then look a little bit deeper, we see that the first author countries here indicated with the small points on the map are often not correlating with where the research regions are located. So it means that those producing the knowledge on these coastal ecosystems sit at institutions in, one could say in a simplified manner, the so-called global north largely. And of course, what we here observe is a massive asymmetry in tropical marine science knowledge production. We are aware of the fact that material science infrastructures, access to laboratories, to research vessels, etc., as well as immaterial science infrastructures, meaning the donor structure, meaning the language of science spoken in a national science context, highly determine how much knowledge is being produced in an international interaction of this global science system. But what we observe is that the access to these material and immaterial infrastructures determines basically how we know these tropical ecosystems and who knows them, scientifically speaking. So where is the expertise located? And what we especially observe is that the agendas set, so the research agendas are being often set outside of the regional context of the ecosystems studied. So there is a reinforcement of inequality of knowing, one could say, and we need to, as a world society, of course, overcome these inequalities and how we know, how we study, how we research based basically understand these ecosystems. Now, this is the first challenge within the field of sustainability studies, overcoming boundaries across regions and between science systems. And then we move to the second challenge, overcoming boundaries between disciplines as well as boundaries between science and policy making. We here look at land and water management within agriculture in an BMBF-funded research project that went on in the context of Tourism Uzbekistan for 10, 11 years. We are in a highly interdisciplinary research team, also a highly international research team, and the project has very successfully contributed to capacity development over the years. It also has invested substantially into developing agricultural small-scale innovations that make sense locally, that fit the local context. But we can also observe the struggle between international academic standards and the need to produce a replicable data, replicable research insights, and basically produce universal understandings that are of universal relevance, versus producing innovations, producing solutions to local challenges in land and water management that actually fit the local, not only the local environmental, ecological context, but also the local political and social context. So that is, of course, a tension that can hardly be fulfilled by such a project, and the project constantly basically negotiates the fulfillment of two different sets of standards. So we observe here to some degree also an apoliticization of research in order to make it relevant universally, but also make it somehow being able to be heard in a local context. We observe, therefore, if we look at these global regimes, basically of knowing the global science system, we observe on one side a geographic fragmentation. We can say that sustainability science, sustainability research today is big science indeed. It rests and depends on substantial research infrastructures, be it a research station, such as in the Uzbekistan example, or be it research vessels, be it laboratories, as for instance in the example from the marine and coastal ecosystem research. But it's not global science. No? It's big science that is substantially internationally linked, and the teams are often internationally mixed. But it is not science where the agenda is being set through international dialogue processes, in processes where a joint agenda is being found. But no, instead we observe that there is still a very strong pattern to be found, that the research agendas are being set in and largely by researchers in basically the countries and institutions financed through those donors that finance the sustainability research. And that, of course, creates biases. It creates blind spots. No researcher sitting in a German research institute, for instance, here I can speak also for my own institute, can fully understand what is of local relevance in a particular context in, for instance, Eastern Indonesia or Southern Senegal. No, but for this we need joint dialogue processes, we need funding mechanisms that enable us to interact over a longer period of time and foster basically dialogue processes where it becomes possible to formulate research agendas jointly, and then also guarantee the access to material and immaterial research infrastructures on a shared manner. We also observe a disciplinary fragmentation and an academic isolation element here. No? So the challenge of, on the one side, living up to academic standards that are still very much geared towards universal insights versus real-life urgencies and the requirement for solutions and research expertise that fits a particular local, not only ecological, but social and political context, economic context, creates a tension that is only possible to overcome in research projects that can go on for a longer period of time. I named the example here of 10 to 11 year fundings, where we can string dialogue processes, build networks and the infrastructures for basically cooperating and actually working on these real life urgencies together. It requires contextualized research, and it requires transformative research that contributes to, substantially contributes to transformational processes towards sustainability. State Secretary Meister spoke of the Agenda 2030 in this regard. And I come to my last slide, 6 points that I would like to basically ask you, awardees, to think about, take with you when you also continue shaping the science systems, your national science systems, the science systems that you are working within, as well as then venture out from there into the world. First of all, I think it is paramount to build local, transregional and global science systems. We need to find a way to have basically multi-scalar scientific knowledge production that fits local context, is taking place in transregional dialogues, and is basically fostering quality control within through transregional dialogues, and at the same time has a global message, enables a global understanding of basically the ecosystems and the challenges ahead. This can only be nurtured through international science exchange on equal eye level and across different ecosystem boundaries, across disciplinary boundaries, as well as gendered boundaries, international, so there's political borders as well. We need to encourage empirical and reflective, but also political research for building societal capacities to change. No? It is not empirical research that is supposed to be speaking to party politics. That's not what is meant with political research, but it has to be research that co-thinks the societal and political contexts, basically within which it is supposed to be implemented in, and then also make a difference. We need to structurally enable long-term transdisciplinary research across the border from the boundary of science and then practice as well as policy making takes time. It takes place in networks, and they are grown networks. Trust is a crucial element of these networks. Without this trust and continuous reciprocal accountability, transdisciplinary exchange is not possible, and that requires a solid understanding of the value of these long-term networks. And we need to allow for regional, national and scale-level diversities within these science systems. The diversity that was shown on the map in a simplified manner is something positive. We need to cherish it, but of course it should not come at the cost of academic standards and quality control. And as part of this, we need to encourage transregional academic debate, and also academic debate that can be critical, the democratic fight that is built into the processes of quality control that we live with within academia. And I'm very honored simply to be able to briefly get to know you as awardees, as those future carriers of that academic debate, of that democratic fight within academia. And I would like to thank you all for your attention.
Thank you very much, Professor Hornich, for your really encouraging insights, which have also been quite demanding. So thank you very much. As we learned now, the SDGs have been at the very heart of this year's forum. All awardees have been participated in various workshops. So we asked them, and I remind the words of Laura, who said it has been very, very striking for her to see the dimension of SDGs from various countries' perspectives and cultural and local backgrounds. So we asked all the participants what are their main takeaways and to summarize their thoughts in just 3 words. And that's the result.
My virtual science forum in 3 words: diverse, engaging, and inspiring.
Informative, interactive, and mind-opening.
Number 1 is thanks. I'm really grateful to all lecturers and people from different backgrounds from all different institutions.
Reflection, innovation, inspiration.
Community, informative, and motivating.
Number 2 is interdisciplinary. I learned a lot of new knowledge from different disciplinaries for sustainability.
I'm sure all of you know the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. But let's use them to make us the 3 G's: greener, greater, and more grateful people.
Number 3 is future. I think by learning this knowledge, it's really good to for the future of sustainability development around the world.
For me, the Virtual Science Forum is an amazing opportunity to learn about the German research ecosystem and to meet new interesting colleagues that are working on sustainability.
Engaging, inspiring, and full of optimism.
Informative and scientific, intriguing and elated. And I had so much fun with all the lectures, with all the coffee tables, the get-togethers, and yes, the green late nights. Thank you.
I love that even though we were spread out across the world, we were still able to come together and really collaborate on the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And what I love most is that we made the commitment to leave no one behind. Every person in every country and all of our ecosystems for a whole planetary good.
Green Talent is an amazing program for young researchers. Green Talent is an opportunity to change the world. Thank you.
First, wow. And the second one is ocean of knowledge. And the third one is hope.
Informative, interdisciplinary, remarkable.
The Virtual Science Forum was incredibly awesome to me. I learned a lot about German institutions and the science they're doing there, and I also realized that my peers from Green Talent are doing really cool science. I can only imagine how hard it was to organize such an online event, and I'm really thankful for the Green Talent team for allowing the 2020 awardees to have such experience during the pandemic. Thank you.
Thank you, Green Talent team.
I don't know how you feel. I have goosebumps listening to that. You are a great ecosystem of peers yourselves, so the big thanks goes back to you. And bridging to the award ceremony now, I don't want to miss to thank the Great Talent alumni, because they have been numerously co-creating the forum of this year. And for the first time ever, we had a mentoring program. That means every talent had an alumni by his or her side. Now, what is going to happen now during the celebration, shared with Dr. Meister in a minute? We will introduce with a short clip with a name and the profession and the research field, each country where the talent comes from. Then we have a short jury statement read by Dr. Meister. We have a very short thanks moment, lively, from each awardee. And then we will be handing over, virtually, the certificate to the award, and that will be accompanied with a favorite, and I like that very much. I don't know what your favorite music is. Favorite music or song of the awardee. Dr. Meister, what's your favorite song?
Not my favorite song. I do it my way.
We're going to experience that in a moment. So, okay, let's start with a very beautiful country and a great talent, 4,000 kilometers southeast.
Dr. Ines Zucker, Senior Lecturer at the School of Mechanical Engineering and Porter School of the Environment and Earth Science, Tel Aviv University, Israel. Nationality, Israel. The jury especially valued that Ines is combining doing fundamental research and taking practical steps to real-world solutions in the innovative field of using nanomaterials.
Congratulations to Ines. Where are you?
I'm right here.
Great. Moment of
so
thanks
much.
for you. Moment of thanks for you for a short thank you speech.
Yes, I have this in my hand, and I wanted to say that I'm very honored to get this prestigious award, and I'm happy to join the Green Talent family. My research is focused on environmental nanotechnology, and my new research group at Tel Aviv University is specifically looking at applications and implications of nanomaterials on the environment. I'm into environmental research and engineering in general for 14 years now, and I hope to represent Israel and the amazing sustainable initiatives through the Green Talent platform. Thank you.
There you go, Ines. This award will be handed over to you, Ines, or yeah, it's at the right place. So thank you very much for the first moment of celebration. Of course, we have a second winner. Now we go 10,000 kilometers further west.
Mr. Curtis Rollins, PhD student at the University of Western Australia. Nationality, Canada. Governments can take different approaches to reduce greenhouse gas emissions or enhance biodiversity. Curtis is analyzing which combination of measures works best. Because of this essential approach and his international engagement, the jury voted for him to be a Green Talent. My congratulations.
Curtis. Can we hear you? Can we see you, Curtis?
All right. So I'd just like to thank you all for, including me in this program. I'd like to thank the Green Talents team for putting on a great virtual science forum. It was great to meet so many other young researchers from around the world and get acquainted with the German research system. This was very difficult to pull off, but you made it seem seamless from my perspective. I'm really thankful for all the mentorship I've received throughout my career. I've been provided with great expertise and guidance, but more importantly, I realize that I've been given a lot of great opportunities that I recognize aren't typically offered to everyone, and I think that's been my greatest source of growth. So I thank BMBF and Green Talents for accepting me into this program and believing that I'm worth making this investment in as well, because I think I'm being offered another excellent opportunity for growth, and I really look forward to making the most of it and to building a connection with a new mentor in Germany. So thank you.
We're coming to the third winner, 2020 now.
Dr. Daly Rodriguez Padron, postdoctoral researcher at Universidad de Córdoba, Spain. Nationality, Cuba. The jury was impressed by Daly's excellent research on this highly relevant, innovative issue and by her great interest in putting academic knowledge into practice. My congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And hello, everyone. Firstly, I would like to thank to the Federal Ministry of Education and Research in Germany for creating an award that goes beyond borders, because we are all world citizens and this world needs from all of us. Also, I would like to thank to the Green Talent team for being allowing to make possible this excellent science forum. I also would like to thank to my professors, Rafael Luque, Alina Balua, and Antonio Romero, for being the best guide that a student could wish. Also, I would like to thank to Professor Christoph Lent, Francesco Mauriello, Claudia Sprung, also to Julien Tienhol from the same company in Geneva, and the COS-Action Mechanochemistry for a Sustainable Industry. And last but not least, I would like to thank also to my family.
And we have a next winner. Now we are changing the continent.
Dr. Chuan Zhang, Research Associate at Princeton University, United States. Nationality, China. The jury acknowledged the high relevance of Chuan's research. Jurors were impressed by his precise ideas about the extent to which his energy models can benefit from German research results and vice versa. Congratulations, Chuan.
Hi, thanks. Hi, everyone. My name is Chuan. It's a great honor for me to join the great family of Green Talents. I would like to appreciate my family, my supervisor, and my friends who has helped me along the way. And I'm looking forward to working with all of you in the future to contribute to the solving of global sustainability issue. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Chuan. And now we have that's very interesting, we have a high percentage of female researchers who are awardees.
Miss Emma Mamizoa Nomena, PhD student at the University of Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Nationality, Madagascar. The jury was impressed by the strong application orientation of Emma's research and by her social and community involvement. My congratulations.
Emma, where are you?
Thank you very much for the really appreciate it. Yes. Can you see me?
Yes,
okay.
Perfectly.
Great. So I would like to thank the BNDF for this award. Of course, it was very unexpected and I'm really honored to receive it. I would also like to thank my supervisor for guiding me to become a better scientist. The Mercury Actions for funding my PhD, of course, but also the Green Talents team for organizing such an awesome event. And of course, the newly minted Green Talents for this 2020 year. I love you guys and it's been great to meet you.
Thank you very much, Emma. And we have a great sixth talent.
Dr. Varahida Jayappa, lecturer at Chiang Mai University School of Public Policy, Thailand. Nationality, Thailand. The jury was convinced by her interdisciplinary research and its high potential to address one of the most pressing challenges in the context of the COVID-19 pandemic. My congratulations.
All right, thank you. Hello, everyone. Warashida from Chiang Mai, Thailand. I'm honored to be one of the 25 Green Talent Awardee 2020. So I would like to take this opportunity to show my gratitude to all the Green Talent teams who is working hard and make all of this happen despite we have the abnormal situation in COVID-19 outbreak. And also, I would like to say thank you very much for the jury who see the merit and the potential in my research. Thank you for allowing me to nurture my academic potential more. Thank you for my director from School of Public Policy, who would allow me to do research there in Germany without reducing my salary next year. Just kidding. And then finally, I would like to say thank you to my beloved family and my sister who is watching in the live stream at the moment. I love you, sis. Thank you.
Yeah, and here is a certificate.
Here it comes. Here we go. Baratida. Thank you so very much. Now coming to talent number 8.
Dr. Alassane Assani Seydou, researcher at the University of Parakou, Benin, nationality Benin. The jury was impressed by his research intention to provide urgently needed insights for developing effective strategies in the livestock sector to cope with climate change in Benin. My congratulations and welcome to Benin, because it's the very first time that somebody from Benin wins.
Yes, congratulations. Where are you? We want to hear from you. We are so proud.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much for selecting me to receive the Green Talent Award. This is clearly one of the most significant event of my professional career. I will remember this recognition and science forum as well as I live. I'm very thankful for the award, and I can't even express it in words. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Alassane. Congratulations. And we have a next winner, of course.
Dr. Emmanuel Velemu, lecturer at Malawi University of Science and Technology, nationality Malawi. The jury appreciated Emmanuel's interesting and methodically challenging approach. They considered his combination of social aspects, the involvement of local groups, and ecological and systemic issues to be exemplary. And I think it's the very first time that somebody from Malawi wins here. My congratulations.
Emmanuel, your turn for thanks or whatever you want to share with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so excited, and being the first Malawian in the history of the competition, this is really exciting. It's for the country, my university, and my family as well here in Malawi. They're really happy that I've made it and glad to be part of this great team. And I'm hoping to learn a lot even after this when we begin our research stays in Germany next year. So I'm really excited for being selected into the team as a family of great kids. Thank you so much.
We would love to celebrate with you now.
Exactly.
And we have a next winner from our global community.
Sadaf Taimur, PhD student at the University of Tokyo, Japan, nationality Pakistan. The extraordinary topic of Sadaf's research and her extensive practical experience has attracted positive attention of the jury. My congratulations, Sadaf.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm so grateful and honored for this award. I would like to thank BMBF for awarding me and Green Talents team for organizing the virtual forum and organizing this award. And the fellow Green Talents, everybody is doing great stuff and I'm so inspired. I would also like to thank my advisor and my mentors for encouraging me and supporting me for my research, and my family members as well for their continuous support. Thank you so much once again. And yeah, I'm so excited.
And we hope this Green Talent Award certificate stays in the back with all your virtual conferences in the future. We have a next awardee from our global researchers community.
Dr. Daniel Ramirez Sora, Substitute Professor, Universidad de Antigua, Colombia, nationality Colombia. The jury appreciated Daniel's highly relevant work in the field of material science regarding perovskite solar cells, and again, perovskite solar cell technology is really promising for increasing the amount of renewable energy. My congratulations to Colombia.
Daniel.
So hi.
There you go.
So first of all, I would like to thank the German Federal Ministry of Education and Research for making possible this Green Talent program and for spreading sustainability all over the world. I would also like to thank all the people that I've had the chance to work with and to collaborate with. They have been colleagues, but at a certain point also mentors, from whom I've learned a lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We wish you a great celebration moment. And we are changing continents again.
Dr. Jamin Wu, researcher at Utrecht University, the Netherlands, nationality China. As an excellent interdisciplinary scientist, Jamin was awarded by the jury for her studies on sustainable production and consumption and her efforts to fasten sustainable transition. My congratulations.
Yeah, can you hear me? Sorry, my camera has a problem. I don't know why, but sorry that you can't see my face.
Dr. Meister, that's also very nice, but we hear you. That's even better.
Oh, yeah, that's great. So thank you so much for giving me this award, and I'd like to thank Germany for supporting all the young researchers like myself who has been working in sustainability. And I'm happy to join the great talent community, and I'd like to thank the hard work of the jury as well as the Green Talent team. And thank you so much. And yeah, I'm so happy to join you.
Very much. And really, thanks to the, as you just named, taking out of 580 something participants, these awardees, incredible work. Thanks to the jury, really. Double thanks. We go to the 12th winner of this year's Celebration Award.
Dr. Amos Darko, Research Assistant Professor at the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, nationality Ghana. The jury was impressed by his engaged scientist conducting research on a highly relevant issue, especially for developing countries, with their often young and growing population. My congratulations.
Amos, we don't see you, but in fact, I hope we can hear you.
Yes, I think the connection is not very good. I'm breaking, but I hope you can hear me.
We can hear you properly. Gorgeous. Thank you for taking off the camera. So,
okay.
A minute for you.
Thank you very much, and I really appreciate this award. I'd like to say a very big thank you to BMBF for honoring me with such a great and prestigious award. And I would also like to thank the jury for selecting me as one of the awardees. And also great thanks to the Green Talent team for their hard work in organizing this and
thank you very much.
This platform and the science. And also I thank GT Admin for their efforts and thank my supervisor for helping me throughout my research. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Amos. All the best for you. And now we have a country participant that we didn't have yet.
Haruka Matsumoto, PhD student at the Technical University of Denmark, nationality Japan. Haruka has attracted the positive attention of the jury as a natural scientist with a highly relevant topic that plays a vital role in the context of climate change. The jury was also impressed with her international orientation and her social engagement. My congratulations to Haruka, and I think it's the very first time that Japan wins a certificate.
Hi, can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you, and we see your beautiful photo moments behind you.
Yes,
we love it. That's better than a bookshelf.
Photo, yes. Thank you so much. I would like to express my deepest appreciation to my family and friends and the colleagues who have supported me through all my careers. And I would also like to extend my deepest gratitude to a Green Talent Committee to select me and give me a great chance for interacting with many researchers all over the world and doing a project in Germany next year. I'm so looking forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Haruka, so much. We stay in Asia.
Parmita Ghosh, remote sensing data scientist at Corteva Agriscience, India. Nationality, India. The jury was impressed by this passionate scientist working interdisciplinary, connecting her knowledge in remote sensing and agricultural engineering to help the world fight food scarcity.
I would like to thank BMPF for taking this Green Talent initiative, for breaking the boundary in science, and the esteemed jury for bestowing this award to me, and the Green Talent team for their tireless effort for making this science forum possible. Thank you everyone. And then I would like to thank my colleagues and my peers for helping me to reach here, and most importantly, my parents, who are my pillar of support and strength, who have brought me till here. And I feel really honored to be the part of this esteemed and great community of green talents. Thank you.
Thank you, Parmita, being a pillar yourself in the present and in the future. Thank you so very much. The diversity of talents is incredible. You will see with the next one also.
Dr. Chong Chang Chua, Research Fellow at the Singapore Membrane Technology Center, Nanyang Technology University. Nationality, Malaysia. The jury especially valued Chong Chang's research on this new and innovative method of capturing greenhouse gases, together with the effort in investigating the gas separation performance under practical operating conditions. My congratulations.
Okay, first of all, I would like to thank the German Federal Ministry of Education and Research for funding this Green Talent Award, and also I would like to thank Green Talent team for organizing the Virtual Science Forum. Also, I would like to thank the fellow Green Talents for sharing the research idea that are not restricted to science and also from other fields in effort to achieve sustainable environment. And also I would like to thank my PhD supervisor, Prof. Bay, and also Prof. Wang, who is the director of the Singapore Membrane Technology Center, for supporting my application. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you very much, Chongyang. Thank you also for your stable Wi-Fi and the great sound quality. Yeah, we have 10 more great talents to go.
Muhammad Ikramullah, PhD student at Universitas Sia Kuala, Indonesia. Nationality, Indonesia. The jury honored Muhammad's high dash-based research and development approach with high application potential and his successful use of citizen science. And I'm very glad that a mathematician wins.
Because you won yourself.
I'm one.
Yeah, I know that. Here we go. Where's our great awardee?
Thank you. Well, Studying and doing researches with limited facilities and resources drive me to work much harder to be recognized in international stage. Being selected in Green Talents 2020 means even though you are in a small part of the world, you can be a part of something big, which is achieving global sustainable goals. For that, I would like to thank my parents, my sister for their endless supports and love, my lovely brother Novel for giving colors in my life, Acha and Iqbal for their continuous supports, supervisors, Professor Syahrul Nur, Professor Heri Suyanto, Professor Marlina, who have helped me during the research with their extensive knowledge and experience, others that I cannot mention, and of course, thank you other Green Talents and organizers for your inspiring and enjoyable conversation during the Science Forum. It's a blast to get to know you virtually within a short period of time. Thank you.
Mohammed, thank you so much. You have the best earphones you can imagine. Have you seen it with these color changing? Oh, I love it. Perhaps you can text to us where you got them. Great, Mohammed. Yeah, now we have another great talent. She's female.
Glory Edwards, PhD student, Wageningen University, the Netherlands, nationality Nigeria. The jury honors Glory's broad and extensive research profile and the high relevance of her research on sustainable rice production in Nigeria. My congratulations.
Thank you so much, BF, and the entire Green Talent team. As an early career researcher, this comes to me at a very important point in my career, and I really want to thank everybody for contributing to this. Also, my supervisory team at Wageningen University, Dr. Caspar Koch and Professor Rick Leemans. I look forward to the research day next year. Thank you, everyone.
We have a next winner from a very strong research community.
Nidhi Singh, research scholar at the Institute of Environment and Sustainable Development, Banaras Hindu University, India. Nationality, India. The jury was convinced by Nidhi's empirical approach that links the aspects of air pollution and health, which, taken together in this way, have not been adequately researched yet. My congratulations.
Nidhi, we can see you smiling.
Thank you so much, and I'll take this opportunity to thank the German Federal Ministry of Education and Research, BMBF, and the Green Talent team and the jury for giving me this great opportunity to be selected as one of the 25 Green Talent awardees. And Virtual Science gave me this opportunity to learn the German culture and its scientifically renowned institutes and the research, and I'm very much looking forward to work with the European sustainability issues in Germany next year. I would like to thank my mentors, my family who supported me in some of the other point of time, and I would like to wish all other participants all the best, and that's unite in making our societies more sustainable. Thank you.
We are so much looking forward to connect with you analogly, so very much. We have a next winner.
Dr. Jovana Milic, scientist at the EPFL Switzerland, nationality Serbia. The jury lauded the value of this highly qualified scientist's contribution to the further development of new types of solar cells, in particular perovskite solar cells, and to improving their stability. My congratulations.
Jovana.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm very grateful and honored to receive this award. I'm grateful to the German ministry and experts as well as the jury, along with the Green Team organizers and coordinators that have made this possible and offering this opportunity. Thank you very much. I am further grateful to all the colleagues and collaborators that have contributed to advancing this research that has made this possible. So thank you very much. I very much look forward to joining this global community in the further advancements of the sustainability in the future. Well, thank you very much.
And it looks as if it's not your first award, if we look at your shelf. Congratulations to you in Serbia. And we have the sixth last winner now.
Muhammad Hegazi, PhD student at Osaka University, Japan, nationality Egypt. The jury appreciated Muhammad's interdisciplinary approach in the field of sustainable architecture and also acknowledged his research methods using new media tools such as virtual reality. My congratulations.
Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure and an honor to be a part of the Green Talents Network. I'd like to thank the BMBF for sponsoring this prestigious award and letting us extending our knowledge about the sustainability landscape in research in Germany. And I would like also to thank the selection jury who have seen a potential in my research, as well as everyone on the Green Talents team for their effort over the last few days. And I would like to thank all the mentors who have been supporting me along my career, and last but not least, my family for their unconditional love and support. Thank you so much.
Perfect ceremonial moment. Thank you very much, Mohammed. And we have another great talent in Europe.
Laura Rovira Alcina, PhD student at the University of Girona, Spain, nationality Spain. The jury especially valued Laura's highly interesting research approach. She researched of the use of surplus electricity to reduce carbon dioxide in the atmosphere by using bacteria in bioelectrochemical systems to produce organic chemicals. My congratulations.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me and see me? Yeah. I just wanted to say that on the one hand, despite organizing this event in the current situation was really a challenge, you made it easy for all of us. And on the other hand, even though I feel frustrated every time I think about the climate change situation, if I had a cent for every time I appreciate this kind of initiatives, I would be a millionaire. So a very big thank to all of you.
great impact you all have. Congratulations. What did Gandhi say? If you want to see the change in the world, be the change. Like our next talent.
Felipe Vargas Ferreira, PhD student at the School of Chemical Engineering, University of Campinas, Brazil. Nationality, Brazil. The jury especially valued Felipe's excellent work in the field of packaging and tissue engineering and his interdisciplinary approach, joining natural science with social aspects. My congratulations to Brazil.
Can we hear
everyone. Hello. Hello, everyone. It was a great pleasure and an honor to participate of Green Talent Virtual Science, and I have learned a lot from you. I would like to say thank you for my supervisor, my family, my wife, my brother and sister-in-law in German, and auf Deutsch, vielen Danke and tschüss.
Great celebration music. We could go on celebrating now. We do, actually, with the next talent.
Samantha Nixon, PhD student at the Institute for Molecular Bioscience, the University of Queensland, Australia. Nationality, Australia. Samantha's wide scientific experience, her international and social engagement, and the interdisciplinary approach were highly appreciated by the jury. My congratulations.
Thank you very much. G'day from Down Under. I just wanted to say a huge thanks to the Ministry for Education and Research and also to the Green Talents team. This has been a fantastic forum and I have loved getting to meet so many emerging leaders of science from around the world, all working on incredible research. And it's really inspired and uplifted me, filled me with optimism for the future when 2020 has been quite a rough year for so many of us and so many challenges. And just meeting all of these people has reassured me that our planet is actually in good hands and we have the skills and technology to cope. So thank you to everyone and hope to see you all in Germany soon.
I don't know if you all could see it. You have a big spider. This seems to be bringing luck to you. Thank you
very Australian.
It does, as an Australian. Thank you very much, Samantha. Again, we've changed countries. We have two more great winners to go, 2020.
Stefano Castellus Blanco, PhD student at the University of California, Berkeley, United States. Nationality, United States and Mexico. The jury especially valued Stefano's contribution to further developing processes for artificial photosynthesis. This research is highly promising to help closing the carbon cycle and to reduce the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere. Congratulations to the UF.
Great. Well, what can I say? I'm deeply honored to be amongst
the 25 honorees for this award. I would like to thank the jury, the organizers, and everyone else who was involved in the program. Of course, I would also like to thank my mentors and my community, both here in the United States and in Mexico. And I'd just like to take this moment to acknowledge all of the work that still needs to be done in order to have a brighter future. But I do look forward to it. Thank you.
We have a very last winner, but it's another number one. 25 times number one in 2020.
Dr. Alexandra Gazevi, postdoctoral researcher at the University Laval, Quebec, Canada, nationality Canada. The jury considered Alexandra the ideal green talent because of the combination of her impressive CV, her personal profile as an exceedingly active person, and her highly relevant research topic. Her interdisciplinary approach was acknowledged as well. Thank you very much, and congratulations to Canada and all the other 24 winners.
Hi.
Hi,
Okay.
Alexandra. We can see you and
I'm-
we can hear you. Yes.
Okay, that's good. I'm deeply thankful and honored to receive Green Talents Award this year. I just graduated from my PhD, and receiving Green Talents give me the confidence that the work I'm doing matters. Thank you to everyone who supported me through this journey. Access to drinking water matters, and I'm proud to use science to make the world a better place. I'm delighted to join Green Talents family, and I'm looking forward to working with outstanding researcher in Germany.
Big congratulations and thank you all with a big round of applause, also virtual applause. Thank you all so very much for I don't know what are you thankful for? I'm thankful for so much hope created by these young people in challenging times. What are you thankful for?
I think it's very different approaches, very interesting approaches, and hopefully they will infect with their ideas many people in the world.
A positive virus, so to say, in really challenging times. So a big thanks to you, to all of you as participants, to all the participants of the Great Virtual Science Forum this year, to the jury with their difficult decisions, to the big team behind Green Talents, to these great techies in the room. You haven't seen them, but they had done great work. Also, a big thanks to the algorithm behind, because he mixed sometimes the music which it should have stuck, but that was fine, so we heard it all. Yeah, thank you very much to the BMBF for awarding these great talents all over the world. So we wish you now a big celebration day, a big celebration moment, and we wish you a great virtual coffee table round now out there in the web. Thank you very much and see you at the next Virtual Science Forum. Thank you.